is the emergency?
Oh, well, not much. Let's see. Rhino is off chasing comics with his mind, and Cheetor's bringing a squad of breadstones to play. Of course, if they hit this place, Big Green Nick was permanently offline.
We must take the fight to the enemy.
TFCon welcomes Scott McNeil.
I'll take the beer.
TFCon welcomes Alec Willows.
Welcome.
Hello. Oh,
Full house.
and the inimitable Scott McNeil. Who's that? Meet everybody.
He's half the darn blasted cast.
Okay. Well, we have a Q&A session here.
First question. How do we get the microphones to work? It's happening.
Paul's got it. Paul is the AV guy. He is very smart.
Ladies and gentlemen, 500 years in the making. AD Paul!
Maybe the
Ah, good, the water has arrived. That's delicious looking water. Thank you for the water. I have like handheld pipes.
Hey, this tastes terrible.
Tastes like the last guy.
Whoa, like a Tootsie Roll.
If you could see what these eyes have seen. No, there's no in charge. This is complete and utter madness.
I'm in charge. I'm the banner queen.
Welcome to the world of the mysterious, the strange, the misguided, the impure. In other words, these are my people.
The Queen of Purple.
Excellent. Well, usually with Q&A sessions, either you guys open up with stuff or we just open the floor for questions. Although, a caveat. I have been specifically requested by higher management that no stupid monkey tricks questions. As in, if character A were going through a drive-thru with character B, what would they say to each other? Please no. No, 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 no.
I love those.
Oh, no, they're always in jail.
If you're okay with them, we'll go with them.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. All right then.
I think we should ask all the questions all at once.
Yes.
Yes, I will agree. One.
We'll answer them all together.
It'll sound like white noise, but when you play it back and then separate it.
Wouldn't it like Gordon? Oh, wrong show.
So, who's first?
No one, hey, you know what? You guys have been great. Thank you so much.
Let me tell you.
Hello. Okay. Yeah. Well, Mike, go first.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Hi, it's Mike.
That's correct.
Go ahead.
He's got him on one.
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask you, both were working in Vancouver around the same time as Beast Wars was on when anime started getting big.
Yeah.
And I was wondering how that changed the industry, how that changed how you worked, and just any interesting stories you had from that period.
Yeah, work because in anime you don't have to wear pants. I'm not wearing pants right now.
Anime is lonely.
It's a lonely, lonely, sad, sad job. You're in a small, dark, bug-infested, fecund room with dripping water and foulness. Alone, with a small screen, and some mysterious voice in your head going, "Do it better!"
You missed the flap when the guy said, "Boo."
A true story about dubbing, and I'm sure I will get concurrence from my colleague, if you screw up a line. So, because we don't get, so you're like, okay, so it just goes beep, 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 here's this line. So it's like, beep, beep, beep. It's like, I will make you this promise. I will be the good monkey enough. It will always fit the flaps perfectly. It's weird. It's just naturally inclined to outtakeage.
Mike, what was your question again?
Hi.
I I think we were talking about the Middle East. No, my question was, I was wondering how it
Affected the industry.
Yeah, and how.
Well, look, I mean, from our point of view, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, we're cheaper.
But not cheap enough, which is why it's all done in Texas now.
But it's a job that you show up for, and I like it. Because I don't have to deal with, Scotty. No spitballs.
Thank you very much.
Well, I throw a few at myself, just.
Yeah, just to keep in the flavor. It honestly isn't nearly as much fun. I mean, people say,
It's lonely.
Yeah, what's the greatest show you've ever worked on? I think just pound for pound. A, I'm super proud of the show. B, it was revolutionary at the time. C, it had great writing. But the cast was, and I'm talking about Beast Wars, like working with that, you have no idea how much fun that room was. Except I had to sit next to Al, which always made me creepy when he went all tarantulas. I felt dirty. Chill out.
We need more energy on.
Hi guys.
Hi.
So my question, I have one for each of you. It's regarding scripting. So Alec, it was actually about Tarantulas' laugh. Was that scripted, or did you put that in as you went?
Sorry, which?
The cackle that Tarantulas
Oh,
had.
well, there's always an indication in the script that something happens. And then they let you go.
Oh, okay.
Actor does something
And
here.
then they go, that's too much. And then you don't
Get
go.
the actor to do less here.
And Scott, my
Yes.
question for you is the banter that went on between Rat Trap and Dinobot. How much of that was scripted and how much of that was improvised?
The whole thing was 100% me.
Yeah, he's being treated for that now.
Yeah. I'm on, it's two of the blue pills and one of the green pills. Don't mess that up, by the way.
No, he would do a scene, like he'd do a scene with himself,
And they would leave.
and we'd just sit around and go have a sandwich, go for a bite. Yeah.
One more crack like that and I will take you off the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do about it, Dino Boo? I mean, I was kidding about that. Oh, boy. I know, shut up. But, yeah, and they would be out having coffee. That one, though, to answer the question, it was scripted. The writing on the show was solid and great and needed no improvement from us. Sometimes they do let you go, like if anybody watched Reboot at the time. All that stuff would happen. Slash, on the other hand. They would let Gary, like they would have Gary and I read it once as per the script, and then they would just go, do
So
something.
then if you-
And we would do it, and they go, okay, that was great, do something else. Okay, that was great too, do something else. Okay, that sucked, let's go back to the script. So sometimes you get to play. I think the only, for myself, to answer Al's question,
Did I?
for me, see the way I just Shanghai that?
That makes me look smart.
With figuring out Silver Bowl, because the first episode was going like, you know what, I'm not really, they're like, just your voice. And then I was farting around in the studio and I just went, citizen. And the writers and I both went, did something just click there? Something just clicked. All right, citizen. So that's that.
Yeah, I mean, you often find it in the room. Like, you don't necessarily go in with a lot of preordained ideas about what you're going to do. It's truly creative in that sense, that it actually all happens in the room. It's goofy.
Well, guys, thank you very much for
Well,
coming.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thomas,
Yes.
Sir.
he made a nice thing for you.
Question for both of you guys. What's your fondest memory of Campbell Lane?
Oh, wow.
Well, just knowing him, I mean.
Yeah. Did you guys ever get a chance to meet Cam?
No.
He was a bundle of amazing, twitchy, manic, wonderful, energized, amazing.
That's pretty close.
Yeah. when the very first show I ever did was The New Adventures of He-Man, and he was Skeletor in that. That was when I first met him. And it's a strange memory, but back in those days, you could smoke in the studios. So we'd be like hacking away the butts. And then we had to move it into the hallway. So Cam would stand in the studio with the door open and his hand and mouth. Get that last butt in.
Now, he's a beautiful, beautiful man. And,
Yeah, that's.
I wish he was still around.
Thank
But
you.
you know, you'll be saying that about me in a few years. I just turned 65.
I miss you already, Al.
I don't have to work anymore because I got my first old age pension check. Thank you, guys. Thank you, taxpayers. The twin guy.
Yes, hello Alex.
Which one? You're the
Yeah.
10-minute early?
Yes, I am. Older one.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I can tell the maturity.
I have two questions for both you guys, if that's okay. I can ask them both to you. I'll ask Alec first, and then hit you with Scott.
That won't work.
They're both involving, sorry?
No, never mind.
Okay. They're both involving your Beast Wars careers with the characters. Gotta say, by the way, my brother and I, we didn't start with G1 when we were kids.
Yeah.
The very first, we didn't even know G1 was a thing until Robots in Disguise came into America for, they all of us for SquareCon. So we didn't know G1 existed, so we started with Beast Wars. And I gotta say, it's still today, is our favorite TV show of all time to watch. Almost topped by Transformers Prime, but we'll talk about that.
Right.
Yeah. So
Put
Alec,
that in the bar.
I have to. I wonder for two questions for you. So, how did you come to have interest in doing the role for Tarantulas?
Well, I hate to be blunt, but my agent sent me to an audition and I got the part.
Fair enough.
Essentially, that's what happened.
Okay, and so
In other words, it didn't have much to do with me.
okay, you just did it because it's
Well, then I went in and I did the bit, and then they went, well, could you do it a little higher? So then I did the bit, and then went a little higher, and then I finally got right up here. And then that was really painful. And then they went, that's the one we want.
So with that, how did you feel about the character choices you did? Like, how did you get into the character? Did you enjoy doing him?
Well,
Was it
I mean, like,
challenging,
if you play a bad guy, then you gotta be lovable. Because, of course, the bad guys are always right. So that's how I approached it. I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. Did you think I was doing anything
No.
wrong?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm always interested for Tarantulas. I've always been intrigued by him ever since I was a kid as well. And I always said he was my favorite Beast Wars character of the whole show.
I think you're an unwell young man.
Just because, like, it was very similar to Starscream G1, but in his own way different. I was like, him as a character I felt was really straightforward in his directions and his plans, but at the same time, like, what made him do what he wanted to do? Starscream was pretty, complicated himself. And he was,
Well, I mean, Tarantulas had more legs.
That he did.
Can't argue with that.
No, you can't. Thank you, Alec. Appreciate it.
I don't even know what I did.
For answering questions.
But thank you.
You're welcome. Alec. Scott, jeez. I'm looking at him, looking at you, I'm sorry.
You guys.
That was my Elvis impression, by the way.
Ask him about his hat.
I was actually, okay. Why the hat? It's always wearing it. Every picture I see, always
Well,
wearing
that's
it.
what the hair is stitched into. That hat, really? Is that your question?
No. That was
All right, I'll answer the Al question.
Okay. So, you probably say you like all four, but if you had to pick one,
Which is that?
which one? Yes. I want to know. Which one do you enjoy the most doing?
They're all my children. I love them equally. They all come from my heart and my passion. They were all different. I am, and I get asked, what's I'm so proud of Beast Wars, or Beasties, as we had to say up here in Canada. Join Ratty and Gum-Going Gorilla and all their chums. Tonight on Beasties. Dinobot became this thing. Dinobot, and in the beginning it was like, hey, the coolest thing about that was getting a phone call going, hey, you booked 3 characters on this new series. Because I read for everything. I almost was 4, I was almost Cheetor.
Yeah.
And then they went, okay, now we're just sick of them. We'll go with the real Cheetor instead. So it was like, okay, I'm playing like 2 bad guys and this one good guy. we didn't know. And I've done a lot of cartoons, a lot of North American, Saturday morning style animation, which is like save the world in 22 minutes and then sell some action figures. Which I assumed, like, okay, it's Transformers thing, it'll be that.
Yeah.
And then the writing started to become fantastic. And that was, oh God, I'm having a total seniors moment. I think I borrowed it from you.
I wouldn't know.
Oh God, Larry and Bob, Larry Ford, who wrote the whole of Beast Wars, and they were phenomenal, and they supervised this thing. So Dinobot became this amazing thing. And of course, again, still just a job. And then when Dinobot, and then I did my first ever BotCon, it was my first Transformers convention, and people were coming up and going, "When Dinobot died," it's like I'm going, "What?" This has got some stuff to it. So from all the esoteric actor BSy world of like, he was really interesting because he had this dynamic in this arc, and he was was kind of a complicated character. Yeah, right. He just made it sound like. The voice, by the way, was, I played Cobra Commander very briefly after Chris Latta passed away. I took that voice and I pitched it down 2 octaves because otherwise my ears would be bleeding constantly. So you go from here.
Comrades, I take this down and it's like, all right, now it's more comfortable.
It hurts.
Yes.
You know what? I mean, Rat Trap was probably the most like me. Waspinator just became this comedic goofball.
Yeah.
Which I still love Waspinator. It's the most. If I died today, it's the one voice, it's mine. Except for the fact that even today, midday Saturday at this convention, I've heard 7 Waspinators that I went, I could retire. I was doing the voice and I went, you know what? I'm not as good as they are. Like, it sounds better. You guys blow my mind, and that's for like 20 years, people. I'm going, people do that voice. And now Tom Kenny does it.
Oh, but you know what to do? Pineapple under the sea.
So that Civil War was just done. But lovable.
Hello.
He was a Pelican.
Yes.
So that was the long.
He was a surfer, wasn't he?
In my head.
Yeah.
I don't take up much time, but I've always wanted to know in person your opinion of this.
Obviously, stunningly beautiful.
Obviously, arguably one of the greatest moments in Transformers history was the episode Code of Hero. I want to know how it was like for you recording that day for the death of Dragonball.
It was like, well, there goes a quarter of my paycheck. You know what's weird? Dinobot knew that Dinobot was going to die.
Yeah.
5 episodes in, when you start getting into Hamlet, it's like, you should know.
To be or not to be.
Meanwhile, me is like, let's just go derping off to work today.
And the rest is silence.
Okay, I'm dead. When do I come back? It's like, oh, you don't, Scott. You're dead. Yeah, and I'm like, I'm a cartoon dead, right? It was like, oh, no, you're actually dead. Yeah, but you don't die in cartoon. You're dead. You mean I'm dead? What am I? Dead. Dead. And then everybody else in the room laughed. I think I would go like, hey, I'm trying to die in here. These monkeys.
Well, I died too.
Yeah. I think the tragic death was Scorponok and season 2. It was like, yes, we're back.
That was sad.
Beautiful dog and beautiful dawn, and it was like, did we just fall into lava?
That hurts.
Yeah, it was weird. But I watched Code of the Hero.
He's standing there expecting you to answer his
I know, I get it. I think I'm trying. I'm sorry, ADD, ADOS, squirrel, shiny boobies. What? I watched it and was very deeply moved by it. The thing that's amazing about Beast Wars, I don't watch TV. I didn't own a TV for 10 years. I certainly don't watch stuff that I'm in because I'm way too... I would, like, Beast Wars for me was like, Thursday, yeah, I gotta go home and watch my show. I'm like the little rat guy. I could completely dissociate from the fact that I was in it and just go, this show is terrific. And then I'd go, oh, wait, I'm in it. It still manages to be terrific. It was weird. Okay.
Scotty's pretty humble.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks for answering questions. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Check 1.
Can you text on this?
Okay, let me just say, it's really great to see both of you. Scott, terrific actor. I love all your characters from Beast Wars.
But
I cried when Dinobot died, like bawled cried. More traumatic than the death of Bambi's mother. I was 8 years old. Let me say slash.
It's kind of creepy, but I can dig the sincerity.
Yeah. Anyways, now this has nothing to do with Beast Wars, but what was it like working on Bucky O'Hare?
You know what? I love that show. Were you in it out?
No.
No,
I was in
it was one of the first things I've done where I went, I think this one's really cool. And they gave me, I got to read some of the comic books and stuff. It's like, this is a really neat show. It was directed by Wally Burr. God rest you, Wally. The last time I saw Wally, he and I had a huge fist fight on this stage. If y'all were here for that. Yes. Then he dropped outside in the hallway and did 100 frickin' push-ups. So when I found out that force of nature was, there's a thing that we still use in the industry. It's called a crescendo. It's a term when you start a line like this, we call that a crescendo because that was very much a Wally thing. And I was thinking, Wally's whole life was a crescendo. Yeah. He started off, and then it just kept getting bigger, louder, and more amazing, and more amazing. Wally was an amazing soul. Anyway, so working with him was always interesting. It was cool. And then we were supposed to do 52 more, and it just disappeared. And I'm going, ducks don't actually talk or have 4 arms.
The cereal didn't sell or something.
It's not because it was a really cool show.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's get in there and karaoke some toads.
Oh, and Mr. Willows, a question for you.
Okay.
Because of your performance as tarantulas, has anyone ever told you that they got arachnophobia because of that?
Yeah, I was talking to a gal last night. It wasn't you, but somebody said, yeah, that they... But then actually after the series, it was the opposite. They had arachnophobia, and then after my lame performance, they went, oh, I'm not afraid of a spider. He's just something like he's only got 7 legs. I mean, who cares about him? So I actually cured somebody.
Cool. Thank you, team. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Go for hands. This is so polite.
Good morning.
Good morning.
In your time in the breadth of both of your career, do you remember a character that was the most either vocally taxing or emotionally taxing, and that the idea of doing it again, you're just like, oh hell no.
It's weird. Actors are strange people. Usually you get a thing like that. It's like it was taxing and horrible. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a really the challenges are the fun part. Like sometimes they'll ask you to do things that are physically impossible, that a throat is not meant to do. Case in point, Scotty's career. So that's always tricky, because every now and again you think they're going to find out that I don't know what I'm doing, and they'll probably fire me. And then I'll have to go sweep the street there, so you're always on the hook, right? to produce, to come up with the goods.
So you've never had a character you had difficulty with?
Oh, that's what I mean, they're all extremely difficult. I did Wacky World of Tex Avery, Stretch and Pull, and I played Dapper Dan. We were always jumping out of planes, and he was always shoving big bottles down my throat. And yeah, that was tricky.
I played a woman on that series. That was also tricky. The only thing that I've ever, people go like, dude, you make sounds that are strange. And I was like, yeah. It's like, do you need a rest? Do you need a lozenge? It was like, no. But, and I touched on this earlier, after sort of, stepping into the shoes of Cobra Commander, because that's stratospherically high and just unbelievably shredded. And that's probably the only thing I've ever done where, I'd go, I'm kind of done. Honestly, I don't think I could do it now. Working on DBZ, on the other hand, was just like a workout, Dragonball Z. Because we never knew how long those screams were going to be. It's like anime. It's like you get like beep, 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 and I'd be like, that would stop me, but and then it was like, and would fall over. I actually did black out of the studio. I was blacked out on stage right now doing this.
I mean, there's certain characters and you look at them and you go, why are they doing that? I was also in Dragonball Z. I was Oolong, the little pig. I loved him, but for several episodes he ran around with his underwear on his head. I had difficulty explaining that to my daughter.
Especially when we were rehearsing it.
So that was tough. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
So, Scott, I actually have something for you, which I will give you after my question.
One of these.
Remember air holes. Air holes are important. Remember last year.
It's not a puppy.
When the ferret died.
But because you both you've been in voice acting so long, have you found that, like, say, Dinobot and Snarl from Cybertron, they can sound kind of similar? Have you ever gone like, oh, I've done that one. Yeah, oh, I've done that one too.
Sometimes stuff just, I mean, yeah, there's no getting away. I mean, Piccolo from Dragonball Z. If you paint him orange and brown, it's the same voice as. There are certain limitations. Something like Snarl came up because that show happened very quickly. Like it was just like, boom, we're doing this, and they go like, okay, you're doing this character, come up with something. Then you go, well, my challenge then is to make the characters stand out rather than the voices. Like when I teach, I always say, never do a voice, always do a character. Yeah, sometimes you get stuck. There's only so many things that, they go, we want a big, deep, growly, smelly voice for this guy, and it's me doing it. Right. The He-Man Masters of the Universe I did in 2003, again, that was like thrown my way. I was like, boom, you're also a merman. It was like, $10,000 a second, come up with something, and so it was just, I just, now I'm worth pretty good underwater. So thank you for pointing out our limited talent range.
Get out of here, will ya?
Oh my God, it begins! This is a Tampa thing. It's spray cheese, kids. Now I should have.
How you guys doing?
Hey, buddy. Terrible now. You're doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Peachy King.
I like that. Now you're speaking my language. Peachy Keen.
The first question goes out to, one of my favorite characters in the show, as well as like one of the ones with the highest energy, was Jim Burns' Inferno.
Yeah.
And I just really wanted to know what it was like working with him, and especially if maybe his like over-the-topness helped like with the energy back and forth with some scenes.
Getting energy up in that room was never a problem. There was an abundance. The director's job was constantly going, would you guys just settle down?
Enough with the spitballs.
There's the spitballs and the paper airplanes and the craziness. Actually, because that did make an impression, because if you've ever known Jim or worked with him, he's a very present man. Like, Jim walks into the room and it's just like, ooh, Jim's here. He's got this amazing charisma and presence. And it was odd to see him get so goofy with.
Yeah, I know.
And I loved it. It was really fun. Yeah. Because even his performance in the studio, he's very earnest, much like the character. Like Inferno was always, he wasn't trying to be weird. Royalty.
I'm the queen.
That sounded more like Jim or
Well, I made a film with Jim years ago, and Harmony Cat.
Oh, okay.
And he's just, he's a consummate artist. So, you put the phone book in front of him, and he goes, oh, phone numbers, blah, blah, blah. So he's just totally adaptable. And of course, his music career is proof of that. He's pretty versatile. You don't get a Juno Award by, humming, what's the song I'm thinking of? You know what I mean? He's a bit of a genius.
I believe that. And my other question goes out to Scott, actually. One one of the roles you actually did was in X-Men Evolution, and you were Wolverine, aka the one with obviously the best spandex suit. And my question...
Make it all Canadian in your mind.
And I guess since it's kind of relevant since it was out, I was just meaning to ask, since you were actually one of the voice actors for such a well-known character, how did you feel about Logan if you saw it?
You know what? That was possibly one of the coolest phone calls to get. It's like, because it's already cool. You know, getting a call about Beast Wars was like, hey, awesome, I'm on this new series. And then it became this thing. That, you're like, dude, really? I'm Wolverine? I didn't know he was Canadian. Wolverine has never been played right. And I can say this in this country. Well, first of all, I always get Australians, and I'm Australian too, so. But it's like, you know, it's like, hey, don't make me come over there. Well, now, we know, we are proud, we are Canadian. I've been to Northern Alberta. You know, the real Wolverine is like, so fucking seen buddy coming over the hill there, right? Fucking just about dropped my fucking Ryan Cole, dropped her on the ground, snick, let's frickin' go, man. That's the real Wolverine. There you go, right there. Talented, huh?
And I guess just wording the same way as that question, what did you feel about the Logan film that came out this year? If you saw it?
I haven't seen a lot of them. I think it is neat. And you know, I was going, well, I couldn't play Wolverine.
I don't know why they didn't hire you.
You know, that was honestly a thing, because they were shooting that movie, and they had a policy of, we're not going to use anybody from the cartoon show in the movie. Although
they had some cameos.
Yeah. Logan, I know because I did a thing called Origins, and it was like a website, and that kind of covered that. So I think it's cool that they're doing that with him. He's actually, you know, becoming not just a angry Canadian with claws and teeth. But I haven't seen it, but I heard it's really good.
It's really good, trust me. But thank you so much for your time.
You're very welcome. Thanks for the questions.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
First of all, Scott, 10 seconds on that screen. You can do better.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Question for both of you. I was just wondering, like, what would be your fondest memory, I guess, either in the booth or just like watching your work and you're like, oh my God, that's me. Wow.
Hey, listen, I have to tell you because, well, I got into the voice business early, but I didn't do any tunes till I was about, you know, almost 40. And the day I met Scotty was the most significant day of my life. Because I went, hey, that guy's insane. Like we're in a room with no windows. Nobody cares what we're doing. They're recording it. You can make a mistake and go back and fit, you know what I mean? Like there's no pressure. And this guy's bouncing off the ceiling. Like he's ripping his own skin off just to get a take. And then I found out that's what it takes. That's what you have to do. And so I'd have to say the day I met Scotty. I really do. I really do. And plus, he came to visit me in the hospital.
That's true. I got nothing on that. No, that was beautiful.
It's very true. You know when you run into somebody and you go, I think I can learn something here. Well, no actor likes to admit to him or herself that they can learn something here, even though that's the underlying reason why you're doing anything, is to learn something. And he proved that to me.
Sometimes you don't have to stay on the state-prescribed medications. Sometimes it's okay to go into a small padded room and scream. I get the two voices from the inside, wear them on the outside.
I get my meds from a guy behind a dumpster with a tattoo on his face. Quarter ounce costs a whole, you know. I love Scotty.
Look at the
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, no.
Oh, Goober.
Hey guys. Goober. Hey, where's Goober?
Dudes! How's it going?
Good, you got chicken on your head.
What, where?
Sorry, no, I was talking to the chicken.
Oh.
You got a goober.
You got a goober up your butt.
That's just normal. Okay, I actually have no thought-provoking questions for you guys.
That's the other caveat is do not make the actors think they're not good at it.
What do you want to know, Goober? How to spell your name? Goober.
Astonishingly incorrect.
It's better with you and an umlaut.
I'll just let you guys go. Just go.
Go ahead.
Okay, wait, brain fart. Oh, okay, yeah, so.
Oh, that stinks.
Seeing as how you guys are such amazing entertainers, and you said that monkey tricks are allowed, I'd like to request Rat Trap, Waspinator, and Dinobot walk into a Dairy Queen, and Tarantulas is behind the counter.
I'm sorry, we don't serve Dinobots.
Insolent server with your pimply skins.
And remember, I'm lactose intolerant. Have any of you guys got any money?
What is this money of which you speak?
He's talking about currency. By the way, no sprinkles on mine. I got nothing, Goober. I got nothing today.
Thank you, guys.
Boxer will come up with it.
Thank you, that's marvelous.
Oh, thank you, YouTube, and we'll live forever.
Praise the chicken.
Daniel?
How are ya?
I see you sneaking up to the microphone.
Sure, why not?
I can see you. Speak.
I was wondering if I can ask about your appearance in The Flash.
If you could ask about my appearance in The Flash, it was very brief.
It
It
was.
was quick. It was the flash of the pen. It was a spectacular explosion of. The Flash threw me under the freaking bus. Seriously, what a dick. I mean, okay, I stabbed his dad. Okay, but I gave him the information he wanted, and then he just threw me under the bus.
Did you work with anybody else on that show other than the actor?
No, they actually requested specifically to not have to work with me on that. I was just in that for the one episode. It was like a little quick guest spot. We were shooting in an abandoned insane asylum, which is always fun. Which I was shooting at the other day, because now I'm working on Riverdale.
My favorite insane asylum.
I could call it home.
Is this thing working?
Hello, check one. What was it like? It was television. It was, 15 hours of doing absolutely nothing and about 30 seconds of.
Well, what did you have to eat?
The Crafty was terrific. Oh my God!
That means it's a good show. Lots of jujubes.
All the jibs you can eat.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. The hat. That's the question? All right, the hat.
You mean the hat?
The hat?
That's a question.
Okay, it's a hat. You know what? When I took, there was a guy that had this iconic hat. The very first convention I ever did in my life of that ilk, Stephen Bennett, who was an amazing manga artist, he wasn't able to make the convention, but he sent his hat. And I thought that was really cool. Outside of that, I've always been a hat person. I say Irvine, Texas. My ex-girlfriend says it was Houston. Point taken. I bought the hat because I love hats and I've worn cowboy hats for a long time, and I kind of jacked it up and it became a thing. And then I wore it to a convention and it became something kind of identifiable.
And then convention life started to explode into weirdness, and the hat became more and more of an entity, and then it became something that I couldn't wear, or if I needed to get to someplace, we would put it on somebody else, and people would run after the hat, and it became a thing, and then that hat eventually disintegrated. So I went to the same store, Cavender's Boot City, and I bought the same hat, and that was version 2.0, because the first one fell apart into nothing, and then this back, another trip to 250, because then this is version 3.0, and it will continue on long after I'm gone.
What am I hearing now?
We're doing the cooking. Yeah, do the cooking with the hair.
I cook in this hat.
Yeah, the cooking there.
No, it's actually lined with tin foil anyway, so I use it as a cooking vessel.
Oh, good. It's sure to have the fire in there.
We are at the 10-minute mark.
Oh, God, okay. Wait, what about the Sedines?
What about the what now?
Yeah. It's a Vancouver joke.
So we will have to go into what I like to politely recall lightning round.
And unfortunately, there's no such thing as a quick question.
Yes, there is.
If we do not get to everybody, I apologize profusely. They are doing free autographs over by the graduation room. The line is already formed for that, but it's all good. Okay, are you ready?
We're gonna get these quick questions and quick answers. It's lightning round. Go ahead, call number one. You're on the air. Go. And too late. And.
All right, first off, it's really awesome to have the both of you.
Claudio.
Claudio.
You remember me?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, I've got
His whole family's back up.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
From Miami.
From Miami.
That is correct. Anyway, Scott,
Yes.
what's it like voicing the character in My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic?
What about it? The same girlfriend, ex, who gave me the loving thing about that, coined a term which I really like, which is polyphonic prostitute. That is what we are. We make sounds and words for a living. If you pay us money, we will do it. And why not My Little Ponies? And I get to do Broadway show tunes. Come on. Step into the modern world and put some speedy side of squeezing 6,000 to the test. It's showtime!
Thank you.
And it's a paycheck.
Okay, that's actually awesome. What are you doing?
Nothing. Don't judge me.
He's cheesy.
Get this in Canada.
Lightning round. Lightning round. Speed of light round.
Please come back here.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, how's it going?
Hackmaster.
Oh, totally way 100%.
Sure. All right. I know that. Yeah. So what's going on right now? I know you probably ended actually the toy thing, but now that we actually have Beast Wars Masterpiece is coming out, and that Dinobot's actually coming out next. Are you happy about that?
Am I happy that Dinobot is coming out?
Yes, you are.
Is that what you just asked?
I did. Yes.
Is that what you just asked?
Yes. Well, the tarantulas later on. Would that be great? We found it.
You know, it's a cartoon universe, anything can happen. I just found this out from you, so my thing is like, hey! Okay.
Awesome.
That was my lightning fast answer.
Good, because we have 5 minutes.
Thank you for coming back to Toronto.
Thank you, bud.
When you said you learned stuff from each other. What have you learned from the directors that you've worked with?
Everything. Everything. Especially when we started doing this, I mean, that was directors, you know, who were coming, guys like Wally, Susan Blue, who directed, you know, these are the best directors in the world and in the business in cartoons. I learned so much from that. I learned so much from work. The first thing I did was New Adventures of He-Man, man. I just remember watching Gary and going, wow, that man knows how to suck money out of a show. This is brilliant. And I'm sorry, that sounds cynical, but just the talent, the ability. Great directors will get you doing stuff that you just wouldn't think to do otherwise. And you go, I didn't know I could do that. I love great directors. I love them, I love them, I love them.
I like bad ones too. I mean,
yeah.
Because somebody has to make a decision. And sometimes they make great decisions and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
When they do, you go, gee, I wish I'd thought of that.
Sometimes you get to fight them and make your ideas sound good too.
It
doesn't happen often.
Doesn't happen very often.
Hey, I have a bit of a silly question. I've heard from almost all the other voice actors on Beast Wars that Tarantulas' laugh really freaked them out. Did you ever sneak up behind someone and just like do it just to see them jump?
No, because it freaks me out. It freaks me out.
I can't go to a public washroom to this day because of that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's too freaky. My wife hates it.
I almost spit take. I swear to God, that was an almost genuine, honest spit take.
Okay, it seems like, oh my gosh, okay, yeah, I'm the last one. Okay, number one, you guys are awesome. I'm so sorry, you're gonna be seeing me all weekend. Number two, I'll serenade you guys later because I was gonna do that, but... No, it's okay. But number three, what was it like working with Susan Blue?
Sue, really, I mean, I just said that. I learned so much of everything that I do, my ethos, my way of working, whatever passions or energies I bring to the show, I learned from her. And that's straight out like, Sue,
No, she had a great attention to, you wouldn't think there were any details involved in doing the voice job.
Unless you work with Wally.
But then you find out, oh, there are. And she could really zero in on what that was. And she's a lot of fun to be around.
That's awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I'll serenade you guys later.
Oh, sweet.
How much time? Come, seriously, we got time. Okay, never mind.
We have 2 minutes.
You got a lot of music in 2 minutes, baby. You take up the spaces between the
Don't
notes.
listen to Scott, just carry on.
Don't listen to me.
You have both played such excellent villain characters, and I would like to know if there is a secret to being so evil. And can you share it with me? Because I'd like to know.
I wore a weasel in my pants. It makes me feel evil.
I didn't think, when you play evil, you don't think it's evil.
That's true.
You think, oh, he's got the right idea. Like for instance, in It's a Wonderful Life, Mr. Potter, who tries to buy off George Bailey. Well, actually, if you look at modern economics, the way they're going now, Mr. Potter, who's an evil, evil bastard, he had the right idea. So whenever I play a bad guy, I think, no, I can embrace that. I don't take it home with me, because, scares the cat. But I think you have to take a mindset that the guy is correct in his thinking and that he's actually trying to do something good. That makes it really evil. Because then you can't even get through to the guy. Right?
Yeah, you're playing Satan, but you gotta make him cuddly. It's like, hi, welcome to hell, my name is Satan. You can call me Stan if that makes you feel more comfortable.
Thank you so much.
And a good laugh will get you 1,000,000 miles in Bad Guy Town.
Our next panel is the costume contest. We do have an extra minute or something.
Serenade! No, please!
She's kidding, it's okay.
Are you sure?
Yes!
Are you sure? Yes! Also, who wants a Beast Wars cast reunion? Okay, Colin, it has to happen now.
I'm moving it. Give me a
Oh my
minute.
gosh. Let's see if I remember this.
I like that better ukulele.
Thank you. I already serenaded Alec, but I haven't serenaded Scott yet.
No, it's beautiful.
Tarantulas, does whatever a spider does. Spins a web any size. He'll betray all you guys. Look out! Here comes Tarantulas.
Now Scott's turn.
That was awesome.
That was insanely awesome.
And awesome.
If you can, please take a minute to look in the back where we have our silent auction bid for Make-A-Wish Canada. It ends at 5. If you're interested in DVDs of this show or last year's show or previous shows, Evan is selling them for $10 in the back, or call the AP guy. Also, Faction Feud, our trivia every year, fantastic fun. We have a sign-up sheet right by the ATM. You do not have to make a team, you can be in a team. Sign your name, it's great. Costume contest coming up in 5. Posted by Ian.